Aloha, everybody, and welcome back to Real Estate Investing Adventures.com or REIA.fun for short. Why? Because real estate is an adventure and it sure can be a lot of fun. Well, thank you for joining me again today. I appreciate it. I know we're all busy in life. I want to share a story with you. I remember when my wife and I were going to do real estate. She said, Joe, we're so busy doing everything around the house. You're working, I'm working. At the time, we both were commuting, going into the city, 2 hours in traffic. Can you believe it? And it was only 18 miles. 2 hours into the city, and we had 2 hours coming out of the city. So yeah, 4 hours of commuting. Why did we do it? Because it was a good job. We both made pretty decent money and we were committed. So we were working 5 and sometimes 6 days a week. We had other responsibilities and other little side businesses going on. Then we had children, which was a blessing, but took a lot of time. And when we were talking about doing more in real estate, she said, how could we do one more thing? Well, it's like the cliche, busy people find time for what they want to find time in doing. And if you're not happy with your current situation, if you want more like so many people do, are you willing to carve out a little bit of time? Are you willing to do what it takes? I think you are. So when I looked at it, was it easy commuting back and forth and finding time for real estate? Absolutely not. We had our little Toyota Corolla that we would drive into the city with and back. It had a cassette tape player. Remember those? not a CD player or iTunes player, but it had a little cassette tape player. And what would we do? We'd listen to tapes into the city and coming out of the city. We'd listen to them over and over sometimes. And my wife said, I think we heard this one before. And I said, yeah, probably 3 or 4 times, but I usually get more out of it every time I listen to it. So a tip would be, if books can help you, do books. If videos like this or other videos can help you, do that. If iPodcast can help you, or a tape or a CD, do that. You gotta find what you have to use to stay focused and to stay motivated. What motivated me? Not wanting to do that 4-hour commute every day, and I was willing to almost do anything to get out of that commute. And I know some of you can definitely relate to that. Maybe you're in a job you don't want to be in. I remember one time working for a boss and they said, well, we can't give raises because we just don't have the money to do it. Now, my background's in accounting and finance, and at the time I was a chief financial officer of the company. And I said to the CEO, you can tell everybody else that, but you can't tell accounting and finance you don't have the money because we do the books. We knew what they were making. We knew what everybody made. And they're like, oh yeah, well, just tell people we don't have the money. So sometimes you work really hard and sometimes they don't have the money and you can't get that raise. But in real estate, wouldn't it be nice to finally maybe work hard at something? And the harder you work, the more you might be able to make. Wouldn't it be awesome to finally get paid what you think you're really worth? I think you're betting on yourself. And if you bet on yourself that you can do this and you put in the time and the energy and the effort, I know you can. Wouldn't it be nice to get paid what you truly feel you're worth? And here's the other thing. If you have a bad day, who cares? What do I want to tell you? My worst day in real estate investing, I believe, is still better than my best day in corporate America. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed corporate America. I liked it. But I absolutely love the freedom of doing real estate investing. I love the ability to make my own schedule sometimes. I love the ability to travel all over the country and meet investors. And I've been to so many wonderful cities I would have not had an opportunity to go visit if it wasn't for real estate. Now, let me tell you this. If you like to travel, and I know some of you out there do, real estate, if you put in the time and effort, can give you the free time, can maybe even give you the money to go places you never thought you could have went in the past. I look at real estate, I've been able to take vacations for longer than a week, because as I've said before, when I've been in corporate America, it was frowned upon if you took longer than 1 week at a time going out of town. Now imagine going across country and maybe a 4-hour flight or even a 10-hour flight, say to Hawaii, and you're only there for a week. You lose a day there, you lose a day back, so you're really getting a 5-day vacation. By the time you feel relaxed and ready to go, it's like, oh my goodness, I have to go back to work. Well, what I want you to think about out there, if you hit a tough day in real estate, if you become frustrated, if you're not sure if it's the right path for you, what I would tell you is think about a long holiday. A great example would be the Thanksgiving weekend. Sometimes we're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe Sunday by 5 o'clock we're thinking, ooh, where did the weekend go? I got to go back to work tomorrow. Or if the 4th of July falls near a weekend, imagine having a long weekend for the 4th. Oh yeah, having fun. Festivals, carnivals, fireworks, meeting family, friends, parades. Oh man, it's such a great time. And then, 7 o'clock on Sunday, you got the back to work blues. You don't want to go, you want to be at home, but you got to do it. Well, I'd never make it on American Idol, but I think you get the point, right? You don't want to go back, but you have to. Why? It's called that paycheck. You got to do it. So here's the thing I want to tell you. If you love real estate as much as I do, what are you waiting for? Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to commit. Now's the time to take action. I don't care if you tried before. I don't care if you thought about doing it before. Today is different. And you know what we're going to do? I got my squeegee here. We're going to clean the windshield, right? And now we got a fresh, clean view of what you're going to do. And what I tell people, don't look through your rearview mirror and look at your past, because you'll miss what's ahead of you through that windshield. We can never change the things that happened yesterday. And sometimes we really want to, but we can't. But here in the future, you can make the future out to be whatever you want to be. As you move forward, I want you to think about this. What is your happiness worth to you? What if you make a little bit less money to start, but you're so much more happier? Not only will you be happy, your friends might be happier, your neighbors might be happier, your spouse might be happier, your children might be happier. Why? Because you're not as crabby as you used to be. I know, and it's going to be hard to believe, that when I was in corporate America, I could be a little bit crabby at night, or maybe a whole lot crabby. It just depended on the fun-filled day that I had in corporate America. And some of you can relate. But what I want to tell you, it almost feels like a 5,000-pound weight coming off your back. You wake up, you're doing real estate, you're your own boss, and maybe just starting, you're doing it part-time. But you know what's exciting about doing it part-time, in the morning, at night, the weekends? You see a way out. Yes. So often than not, we're in a dead-end job. We hate our job, we hate our boss, we hate our career. Maybe you only did it because your mom or dad wanted you to do the job you're in. Or maybe you took the job, worse yet, because it paid a lot of money. But then you realize money isn't everything. And as you get older, you realize your happiness is the most important thing in life. The one thing we never have enough of is time, and the one thing more valuable than anything is being healthy and happy. Yes, money can help, but I know people that are millionaires. I know people that have sacrificed. And what have they sacrificed? Time and effort, but they've also sacrificed happiness because they've wanted that dollar. They may have a bigger house, they may drive a fancier car, but here's the thing, Do you think they're really happy? They might say they are, but you know what? I know a lot of millionaires that are miserable. And that's why they both start with, am I? Millionaire, miserable, right? The thing is, there are people out there that have money and they are happy. But here's the thing I want to tell you, okay? As you get success with this and as you make money, you're always going to be the person that you always are. If you're a good person starting and you make money and it makes you afraid of what if it changes me? The money won't change you. If you're a good person, you're always going to be a good person. But the problem is, if maybe you're not the best person and you get money, it's not really that it's changing you, but it's giving you the ability to let your true self come out and people see you for what you really are. But this is what I want to tell you here in conclusion. I know all of you can do this. I know you can. I have faith in you. I have worked and helped and mentored and have done consulting with thousands of people across the country. I've seen people from all different backgrounds, all different abilities, but you know what? One thing they had in common, they all wanted to make a difference in their life with real estate, and I know you do too. So I'm talking directly to you out there. What am I saying? You can do this, and how do I know you can? So many people out there that I've met all over the country, they tell me of different challenges they've had in their life. Some people have had more than one huge obstacle, huge challenge. So what I tell them is this: did they ever think they would get through that? And they said, quite honestly, no. They never thought they would get through something so horrendous or horrible or devastating that happened in their life. But they got through it, and they're here today. They're smarter, they're stronger, and in most cases, people have told me it's made them a better person today because they made it through that time in their life that they never thought they'd get through. Well, here's the thing that I know. You too out there have had challenges. You too out there have had more than one thing in your life that hasn't gone the way you hoped it would, but you got through it, and you're smarter, and maybe you're better today for it. If you got through that, you can get through this. You can get through anything. I would love to hear from you when you do your first deal. I'd love to hear from you out there when you do another deal. I'd love to hear from you out there when maybe you're leaving your job or you're leaving your career and you're doing real estate full time. I love hearing comments. I love responding back. I'd love to see comments on this, maybe even a date where you're committing that you want to leave your job. Go ahead and put a comment down. I love reading all the comments. So I want to tell you out there, all of you are getting ready to take your real estate investing adventure to the next level. Maybe some of you out there are getting ready to start your real estate investing adventure. And I want to thank you for being out here and doing the course. I hope you found it beneficial on realestateinvestingadventures.com. Now, don't forget, I'm going to have a variety of other courses. If you're interested in some of those courses, by all means, contact us or drop us a note. We're going to be happy to tell you exactly what I provide on demand. I even can come out and work with you in your city, your area. I'm happy to do consulting to help you start your real estate investing business or do consulting to take that business to the next level. Reach out, talk to us. We have different plans available, and I'm happy to customize a plan for you. How would you like to say, I'd love to work on these specific 5 or 10 items if I can only get help on them? Well, you can now. All you got to do is just call me, reach out. I don't have unlimited time. I don't. But I always try to make the time for other investors that are committed, that want to make a difference in their life, and they're willing to draw the line in the sand, and they're willing to take that step. So I'd love to hear from you. Remember, live life in the moment with no regrets. And on this real estate investing adventure, You gotta always have fun. So believe and achieve. Till next time. Bye-bye. Good luck.